For today's Christmas cookie recipe, we are making these easy, no-chill gingerbread cutout cookies. In a small bowl, combine 1/3 of a cup of cornstarch, 1 tablespoon of ground ginger, 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, 1/8 of a teaspoon of ground cloves, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Whisk this until everything is well combined and then set aside. In the bowl of a stand mixer or a large bowl, combine 1 cup of softened butter and 1 cup of packed brown sugar. Using your paddle attachment, cream this on low for 2 to 3 minutes or until the butter and sugar are well incorporated and the mixture is light in color. Now we can add in our molasses. This is 1/2 of a cup of blackstrap molasses. Make sure to use a spatula to scrape it all out of your measuring cup. You'll once again mix this on low until it is combined, and this will only take about 30 seconds or so. Now we can add in 2 large room temperature eggs, and we're going to continue mixing for another 2 minutes or until everything is well combined. It's important to scrape down your bowl throughout this process. As always, all of these instructions in the full recipe can also be found down below. So now we're going to want to add in our cornstarch, salt, and spice mixture, and we'll once again mix this on low for about 30 seconds or until it's just incorporated. Now we can start adding in our flour. We're going to begin by adding 4 cups of all-purpose flour, gradually mixing after each addition. Once the full 4 cups has been added, if the dough is still sticky, add up to an additional 1/3 of a cup of flour. And this can depend on the humidity as well as the size of your egg, among other factors. Once your dough is finished, you're going to need to divide it into 4 balls and flatten those into discs. Next, you will need to generously flour your rolling surface or cutting board. Place a disc of dough onto the surface and then lightly flour the top as well. Roll this to about a 1/4 inch thickness, ensuring that you turn your dough and add more flour as needed so it doesn't stick. Now I'm going to use a 3.5 inch snowflake cutter to cut out my gingerbread cookies. You're going to need to place these on a parchment lined cookie sheet, and you don't need to leave room for spreading. We're going to bake these in an oven preheated to 350 Fahrenheit or 175 Celsius. For a soft cookie, bake for 7 to 9 minutes, and for a crispier cookie, bake for 10 to 12. Once these gingerbread cutout cookies are done baking, we'll need to allow them to cool on the pan for a few moments, and then we can move them to a wire rack to finish cooling completely. Now you'll want to make up your favorite glaze or icing. I like to do a simple glaze that consists of 1 cup of powdered sugar, 1 tablespoon of water, and 1/2 of a teaspoon of vanilla. To decorate my cookies, I use a piping bag, and I just cut a very small hole in the tip. I love the way that these gingerbread cutouts look when they're decorated as snowflakes. They're perfect for Christmas and nice and festive. So these look great just as is with the icing, but I actually like to dip them into some granulated sugar to give them a sparkly snow effect. And that is how you make these easy gingerbread cutouts. If you have enjoyed this recipe, I'd appreciate it so much if you would like or subscribe. I'm going to link the rest of my 12 Days of Christmas series here.